Times Magic, and today I'm going to be doing a tutorial for my first mentalism trick. So first off, I have 3 cards here. Cards number 1, 2, and 3. I'm going to flip them around this way though. Okay. And then I have a pen and an index card. And I'm going to write a prediction over here really quick. I made my prediction. I just want to flash it. I'm not going to show you the full thing because I don't want it to be seen. I'm going to take my index card, and so no one's tempted to change it or anything, I'm going to paperclip it and set it up here. And then I'm going to need a volunteer, which I have in front of me, to take their fingers like this and then point to any 2 of the cards. Alright, so 2 and 3, so lift up any hand. Either hand you want. Alright, 2, so you lift it up 2, so we're going to get rid of that and set it aside. So now we're left with 1 and 3, and then 2 is down here. So that's set aside. Now take whichever one you want. You're taking number 1, so I'll take number 3. Do you want to change?
No.
Okay. So I'm going to set my card down. And then I'll have the volunteer open it. Open it and read it out loud.
I have number 1, you have number 3, number 2 is set aside.
And that's the trick. So I'll teach you guys how to do that in just a second. Thank you to the volunteer. So the way I learned this was you're supposed to do it with any 2 or any 3 objects, like a lighter, a deck of cards, so just whatever's laying around basically. But I decided to make a gimmick for it, except it's not really a gimmick. I just got some blank cards and we're at 1, 2, and 3, just because it's easier to carry around and all that. So, alright, so here's how you do it. You write, now this is truly a free choice for everyone, but some things are kind of forced. So you write your prediction down, and you can make this whatever you want. It doesn't have to be anything the same, but let's say I have number 3. You have number 1. Number 2 is set aside. So you write down your prediction, and you just flash it like there's clearly writing, and then you fold it up. And then paperclip is optional. I just do it so that way you can't really see inside of it or whatever. Now this is all truly a free choice. So you have your spectator point it to 2 cards. Now basically, since you said number 2 is set aside or number whatever is set aside, you want to get rid of that card. So if they point to these 2 cards, you're like, alright, so you didn't point to number 2, so get rid of that. If they point like this, as you saw me do, they lifted up 1 hand. So if they lift up the 1 on the 2, you're like, great, so you didn't do that, so let's get rid of it. But if they do this, you just say, well, you're pointing at that one, so let's get rid of it. Basically, do whatever you need to do to get rid of the 2. So that way it's completely out of the question. Okay, so then you have cards 1 and 3. Now, if we go back to the prediction, we wrote, I have number 3. So basically, say the spectator takes card number 3 and you get number 1. They take card number 3, then you tell them will you read the prediction out loud. However, if it's switched and they give you number 3 and you have number 1, then you say, well, I'm going to read my prediction, and just hold it out and read it. I have number 3, you have number 1. So basically, it's all free choice, but it is forced somehow. So basically all you need to know how to do is to get rid of the card you don't want, and then know which one needs to be read by the spectator. So if you like that mentalism trick, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time on 6 Times Magic.